In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 notable features to the Mavic Mini 2. Some surprises, and I'm going to tweak your mind a little bit. Check it out. Okay, the 3 features are Occusync 2.0, being able to take raw photos, and 4K at 30 frames per second. Being able to take raw photos with aerial shots is definitely going to be worth it if you're a photographer. If you're doing videos, obviously getting 4K footage is really cool, and 30 frames per second is awesome. That's going to be great for doing video. But the real big feature is Occusync 2.0, and this allows you to go a much longer distance. It's a little bit stronger in the wind, which a lot of people talk about the Mavic Mini not being very strong in the wind. But the thing of it is, with Occusync 2.0, it really takes care of that. And it gives you greater distance. Now, but here's a fun thing you want to consider. If you already have the Mavic Mini, you could actually outdistance the Mavic Mini 2, even with its Occusync 2.0. And the way you would do that is with extenders. Check this out. You want to check the channel out for more on this. But using range extenders, you can actually go beyond what a Mavic Mini 2 does with Occusync 2.0. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty surprising. So it's something to consider. But if you don't have any drone at all, most people recommend this as being one of the best drones to use as a beginner. Anything you do with video, whether it be YouTube or with business, chances are most of the time you're going to be using the Mavic Mini 2 for capturing awe-inspiring B-roll. Now, really, I don't think you can fake drone footage. I mean, you could take a GoPro and and a long pole and try to fake it, but I wouldn't do it. Otherwise, you end up looking something like this. Okay, so I had fun with that. It was just, I wanted to try it out. Obviously, being around buildings, it's going to be a little bit easier to kind of fake this. Really, I don't think you can fake the drone footage you really want to get. And that's those awe-inspiring photos, awe-inspiring scenes. Really, when you do a video, you're going to be going like wide, medium, and then tight. And the Mavic Mini 2 is going to help you get that wide shot and that medium shot. But really, that tight-in shot is going to be another camera. You can go tight in with these, but you have to know what you're doing. And when you're first starting out, you're probably not going to get there. Now, what's cool is you can do some fun stuff like a superhero shot, okay? That's where it looks like you're flying, and use a little bit of green screen, and it's pretty cool. There's a link down in the description if you want to see someone actually doing that. But the thing of it is, that's just trickery. And there's things here and there you can do with the Mavic Mini like that. If you're thinking about getting the Mavic Mini, I got some exercises for you. So go to the areas where you think you're going to get some fantastic B-roll, and go and walk those areas and really pay attention to all the different obstacles around you, all the different low-lying trees, everything around you, and look to where you would fly that drone, because chances are you're going to see a lot more obstacles than you might think of initially, and those obstacles are really going to be preventing you from flying your drone, because as a first-time user, you're really not going to have the skill to fly the way a lot of these other people do. And the thing of it is, the Mavic Mini obviously doesn't have obstacle avoidance like the higher-end DJI drones do. So that's something to keep into consideration. Just go on these walks and pay attention to all the different obstacles. The other part of the exercise is go, okay, let's say you want to use this for skiing or hiking in some parks and stuff like that. You kind of want to do some research and see what kind of restrictions there are. And you'll have to do this on an ongoing basis, because there are ongoing updates to restrictions to drones. And so it's something to pay attention to. What are the existing restrictions? And then, checking those on a regular basis. So when you go to a place, you're not surprised by a ticket like Peter McKinnon was here. So those are 2 different exercises you can do to kind of figure out, will the Mavic Mini work for you? For me, I see it as a really cool setup. And I can definitely see using it for travel purposes and really getting some excellent shots while traveling. For everyday uses, you might actually be vlogging, where he just actually holds his Mavic Mini and vlogs. Now, you could do that with the Mavic Mini 2 for sure, but chances are you're probably not. I mean, you might do it a couple times here and there, but overall, it's going to be much easier to use something like the Pocket, or, just use your camera, or just use a GoPro. But still, it is something you could use. But in terms of like everyday use, you're going to go to a location, you're going to get your few shots from that location. You might do it at a different time of year, but for the most part, that's probably going to sit. It's going to be excellent for trips and really fun. If you got somebody's birthday party you wanted, or wedding or some event that you want to capture some footage of, it's going to be awesome for that. And it's like, should you get it? Should you not? If you're going to get really serious into it and you're going to get good at controlling it and you're going to go on hikes and really get out there, then definitely, hands down, I think it's a great tool to have. You can get some awesome B-roll, and getting yourself in the setting is important. And going forward, a lot of the footage you can find on Video Blocks and other places, really, all that footage is going to become more like stock footage. Like, there's so many people that use this footage that you're going to want to have your own. And that's where this could come in really handy. You're going to be using this in different locations at different times of day. So if you're really serious about it, I could see definitely using it. If you're going out to locations, going to events, hiking a lot, it's going to come in really handy. But if you're not, you're just not, I don't see it as using it enough to warrant actually getting it. Those are my ideas and conclusions about the Mavic Mini 2. What do you think? Let me know in the comment below. If you found this helpful, give it a like. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I might go too fast.